Welcome to the third video of Section 4, Playing with a Persistent Actor. In the previous video, we implemented a persistent actor called counter. In this video, we will take a deeper look at how a persistent actor persists events and how it can handle failure. Then we will talk more about recovery mode. And finally, we will discuss how to take a snapshot for our counter actor. Let's start. In the previous video, we implemented the receive function as seen on the screen. When a command is received, we print a message and then call the persist method. The persist method asynchronously persists events and takes a sequence of events and handlers that will be called when persistence succeeds. It is guaranteed that no new command will be received by a persistent actor between the call to the persist method and the execution of its handler. This is achieved by stashing new commands and unstashing them when an event is persisted and handled. That means a persistent actor doesn't receive a new command until the event was persisted and handled. But we have another version from Persist called Persist Async, which is like Persist, except that the persistent actor can receive a new command after a call to Persist Async. So if you don't want to execute a new command after the effect of the current command, you should use Persist Async. It all depends on your logic. Another thing though, what happens if the persist event fails? When persist fails, onPersist failure will be invoked. By default, it logs the errors and the actor is always stopped after this method has been invoked. In this case, the event may or may not have been saved, depending on the type of the failure. Let's move to recovery. We already know that a persistent actor starts on recovery mode, and a new message sent to the persistent actor during recovery does not interface with the replayed messages. They are cached and received by a persistent actor after the recovery phase is completed. This can be disabled by returning recovery.none in the recovery method of a persistent actor. Let's try this. We'll run our example from the previous video. Yeah, our persistent actor replayed messages from the journal. Now, let's override the recovery method. Let's run it again. Yeah, our persistent actor doesn't replay the messages from the journal. Great. If you need any initialization done after recovery completes, we can handle the recovery completed message on the receive recover method. Let's add it. First, let's enable recovery again. Now, let's add a new case for the recovery completed message so that we can just print a message. Let's run. Excellent, here is our message. Now, let's take a snapshot when our state contains a number which is a multiple of 5. Let's add a method called takeSnapshot. This method will check if count is a multiple of 5. If it is, the method will take a snapshot. We will use saveSnapshot method which takes a state. If saving of a snapshot succeeds, the persistence actor will receive a saveSnapshot success message, otherwise a saveSnapshot failure message. So let's add a saveSnapshot success message on the receive command method, and we will just print a message. And add a case for failure and print a message. Cool. Add takeSnapshot function in update state. Let's run this. Awesome, our snapshot was saved. Let's run again. Excellent, persistent actor receives snapshot offer on recovery mode. We're at the end of the video. We have completed our persistent actor, we handled snapshots, and added recovery complete handler. We also discussed persist and persist async. We then disabled recovery on the persistent actor. See you in the next video to implement the persistent actor in FSM style.